got a cauliflower, and I'm a... So sue me. Who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck. You can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Terrell Pryor, 46 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Browns get ready as they head back out there. They had a clean slate last time defensively, forcing that super long field goal that was no good.
And from experience, I can tell you that, yeah, you want to block any type of a field goal attempt, but I don't know if you go all out at that distance. You send someone to the kicker to make sure they actually execute it, but you really play for a fake. You don't want to get beat that way and just play the odds, and the odds were in their favor, and the miss did occur.
Well, partner, tough loss for the Seattle Seahawks on the road at Atlanta in the playoffs. But Doug Baldwin, you know he's always going to compete. 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Try to keep them in the game.
Earlier you were talking about the offense running through Russell Wilson. Doug Baldwin and the wideouts, how do you see that going forward for Seattle?
Well, I think that they are well-equipped there. They'll get Tyler Lockett back. He was injured late in the season. But Baldwin is a top-level receiver, finally getting the respect that he deserves. Jermaine Kearse is still around. Obviously, Paul Richardson came on late in the season. They have plenty of targets out there. They may go for one later in the draft, but I don't think it's a priority.
Play clock winding down. Now Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Now it's Wilson. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
On the ground, rolls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rolls taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year. And it's a franchise that since moving back to Cleveland in '99 has only been to the playoffs one time.
Hard to believe, right? Just 2 winning seasons in that time frame
only 2.
as well. But I think there's optimism to be had here in Cleveland. I think that the fans, it's tough for them to see it after another 1-15 season. But I think that they have a plan in place to move this franchise forward. Ownership, front office, head coach, all in lockstep together with a vision and a plan that they intend to execute. Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Griffin now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Andre Hawkins, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 3. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it? Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Holding, defense.
That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And for Rawls in his 2 playoff games, Charles, it was yin and yang. He had 164 yards in the wild card win over Detroit, but those numbers crashed down to earth against Atlanta. 11 carries, just 34 yards.
And it was that kind of a year for Thomas Rawls. Remember, he started the season injured from an injury in 2015. And then as he came along, started to gain some momentum, got hurt again. So it was a tough season for him. I think Seattle's going to continue to look to add to the running back position through the draft, free agency. They like to have a lot of runners around.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
To return, it's George Atkinson. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Griffin on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, we've got a few seconds here. The playoffs in the NFL, chance to discuss those. Divisional round, a lot of excitement, more so than the wild card round.
Without a doubt, because think about the wild card round. All the home teams held. The games weren't that compelling, nor were they that close. Divisional round, though, we had people losing at home. Dallas lost at home. Kansas City lost at home. And the games all exciting, seemingly coming down to the last series in each and every one of them.
And kick. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This will be caught at about the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 3rd and short. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And Barnage has it on the right side. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Griffin. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw is RG3. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is incomplete. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Seahawks right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Browns haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's about
looking for Baldwin, intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fresh set of downs here. Rolls the lone man in the backfield. Now Wilson over the middle here to Wilson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, Rawls. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. For 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. A first down carry now for Crowell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Play fake to Johnson. Now here's Griffin. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Well, they'll get 16 yards there, and the Browns are going to have a first down. So they're operating in the red zone.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different